And we're live.
Whoa.
What's up,
Hey,
folks?
are you live from the store?
I'm at the store. Yeah, we're getting ready to close up. It's pitch
Oh, wait,
black
night
out. It's
party?
freezing cold. Yeah, apparently. But we had a big deal happened. Big deal happened. So we figured we'd go live for a quick second. We'll probably maybe do this more in depth. But well, Rob wanted to share some news with us. Are you gonna Charlie Brown it?
Using Stuart's, the guy was nutting me in our private chat. So, hey, do you want to wait to see if anybody comes in? Give it a couple more minutes, see if anybody jumps in. We're
Looks
only,
like we got three people. Yeah. We can chill a bit.
yeah,
Let's talk a little bit about that Snyder trailer. Did you watch it? Was it different?
I
Like
did.
me as a non-Snyder fanboy, I did not tell the difference.
Yeah,
Except
there
for the
was,
music. The music was the exact same.
and it was black and
Um,
white.
was it not in black and white before?
No,
It had some color. It wasn't in black and white totally, was
it
it?
was, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. What up, Lewis?
There's only a few different scenes. There was the one of the hologram Superman rising up.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a couple other scenes, but listen, I enjoyed Leonard Cohen. I enjoy that song. I'm really tired of Zack Snyder using the song. And this is why the original release of this trailer from Fandom was pulled. We talked about this on Monday's show. It was pulled because of the rights issues. The Leonard Cohen estate didn't kind of give rights for that, and that's why you can't find that trailer really anywhere.
Not officially. Yeah.
Not officially. But so he said, "Hey, we got this new trailer coming," I kind of thought, "Oh, great, we're going to get some new information, some new visuals, this and that." All right, you're going to hit us with a black and white because you don't want. Maybe maybe you haven't finished your color saturation and all the special effects, so it's easier to pass as black and white. I can appreciate that. That's fine, but you got to use the same song. Like, come on, man! Like, it just was so frustrating. I would actually I would be okay if I never heard that version of the song ever again, because I'm kind of getting tired of it now.
You're getting tired of it, eh? That's
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to put the phone down so it's not moving around all the time.
So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I actually was disappointed by it.
Yeah, you wanted more new footage.
Well, I think it just felt slow because of the song. That song is not. It's not what you sell an action movie with.
Yeah.
Right. So, if you're trying to sell a 4-hour epic movie or whatever you're calling this thing, you don't throw in a really slow song like that.
Yeah, he should. Now if the show premieres and the opening credit scene is that song, are you gonna lose your shit?
I am gonna lose my shit. I'll sit like this. Okay, now I can enjoy. So
what song was used in the opening credits of the original Justice League theatrical release, the Josh Whedon song? There was a song, right? Where
it was. Yeah. The dice are loaded. What do you call it? Everybody knows the good guy is lost. Everybody knows. Yeah, as everybody knows from Leonard Cohen.
Okay, yeah. And then watch. What did he use? What did he use for Watchmen? Do you remember what
that song? This song from the trailer.
The same? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that pops up again, we're gonna be like, what the F?
Right.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We got a couple people here, so I guess we should just go into it. So we can check this out. I guess we will shout out that the podcast is available today. The Superman podcast, check that out. And the Sidekick show goes live every Monday at the moment, and we are dropping Mandalorian content on Sundays. But now that we're caught up on that, we just decided to do some breaking news. I'm at the shop getting ready to close up. But something crazy happened, and Rob wanted to just present it to everybody, and we might go more in depth later on as to what exactly is going down with this, or do some debating about it. But what's going on? What's the skinny?
So we talked about this on Monday. We talked about what Wonder Woman 1984 was going to do. If you remember, there were 3 options. One was to punt it ahead into 2021. One was to keep it as is, which was scheduled to re-release on December the 25th in theaters. And then the other option was keep it in theaters, but in a few weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks, maybe put it on HBO Max. Well, by way of an accidental leak, which has now been confirmed by Warner Brothers and Patty Jenkins, they are releasing Wonder Woman 1984 in theaters on December 25th and on HBO Max the exact same day. So that's huge news.
Same day drop. That's
Same day.
Crazy because we had. I'm sorry to repeat you again, but yeah, we had prospected that it was going to be released in theaters and then drop maybe 2 weeks later. Was our like understanding of the possible situation, but the simultaneous release like Bill and Ted.
Yeah. So even the new God, I got this really bad HEI. Sorry, man. The it's because I'm crying because I'm so excited. This
could get all taken away a little closer to Christmas, so don't get too upset about it.
No. The head of Warner Brothers, I can't remember his name, Jason Kilar, I think is his name. He actually issued out a press release, and he gave the reasons as to why they've made this decision. But that it makes sense from a fan perspective because man, we just want to see it. And he says, listen, not every theater in every region, or not every region is going to have a theater that's going to be open. So we would really like it if people go to the theaters and experience it. But for those who can't due to restrictions in whatever area you're in, then, feel free to enjoy it on HBO Max at no extra charge. And he put that in there because that's obviously quite the dig at Disney Plus and the Mulan release that they had in September, right? With the special release that you had to pay extra on top of what you're normally paying for Disney Plus.
Extra money.
Yeah. So that's where we are now. Of course, this news drops. I don't remember the exact time I messaged you guys at, but let's just say it was about an hour and a bit ago, right? An hour and a half ago. I messaged you guys immediately, like the crew for the show, and then I immediately sent a tweet out to Crave Canada because I'm going to get you guys covered.
They don't know.
Yeah, I want to make sure all of our friends and fans and listeners and viewers in Canada have as much information as I do. They sent me a reply back.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. And they just said, hey, Rob, we have not received any updates yet regarding Wonder Woman 1984. We will pass along to the programming team. Yeah. So
Wonder Woman 94 is a different movie.
Did I say 94? I meant 84.
Yeah, you said
sorry.
94 in a second.
It's been a long day, man. So at any rate, yeah. So nothing as of yet. And just to reiterate, and we've gone over this, and maybe there's people who don't know this. In Canada, we do not get HBO Max. I saw that Lewis has just sent a question about that. We do not have HBO Max in Canada. However, HBO has a long-standing relationship with Bell Media in Canada, who obviously owns Crave, and they are are the gateway for HBO information and movies and shows to be broadcast in Canada. Not everything, but about 98% of those HBO Max shows and movies will be broadcast in Canada through Crave. So, fingers crossed, I think that there will be enough of an outcry from fans up here who will want Wonder Woman 84 on Crave on Christmas Day. Maybe it's Boxing Day. Maybe it's a week later in Canada. I don't know. A friend of mine sent me an IM or a tweet rather, and he said, listen, if it's not on Crave in Canada on Christmas Day, you're going to be seeing it on the torrents, and it won't be a shaky cam footage. So it would make sense that Crave has it. I'm hopeful that Crave will get it. Now, there is one other piece of information.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
I'm going to make a prediction. If it drops on Christmas Day, everything's going to crash. It's going to get overloaded, and no one's going to be able to stream that on Christmas Day. What do you like? That's my prediction, but we'll see.
that's really good. So now it is interesting because the official WB statement did say, quote, select international theatrical markets beginning on December the 16th. Now, for my friends in the U.S. who, again, I have been messaging back and forth about this, they forget that this big continent we're on is not just the United States of America. It's called North America. And generally 99.9999% of the time, movies that are released in the US are released in Canada the exact same day and time. There's no difference, okay, at all. Sometimes you might actually get an early Canada release, but it's never the other way around. So I am banking on the fact that in North America, including Canada and Mexico, you will see it in theaters on December 25th if your theaters are in your area are open. I think overseas, I think in Asia, markets in Europe, you will see on December the 16th release because they're going to want to get that as much money as humanly possible before they end up, tapping out. Mm-hmm. So to recap, Wonder Woman 84 is being released on HBO Max and in theaters same day, December 25th of this year. The hope is that we will have it on Crave on December 25th. My gut tells me it might be the day or 2 days later, at most a week later. I just have this funny feeling, but I could be wrong. But at least we will have it in theaters. If your area is open on December 25th for movie theaters, you should be able to see it in a theater then.
Does that mean, okay, I'm going to, one guy did post in the chat here and he said, okay, no one cares about Wonder Woman. And I see where he's coming from. They've moved this date so many times on us, and it's been so long since it was supposed to come out. I totally see where they're coming from here. But I guess this is concrete, supposedly, quote unquote, according to their news, unless something drastic happens. Do you think they're going to try and get a Blu-ray or something out at the same time, or you think that's
no? No, I don't think so. I think the problem with that is I don't even know if they have production of those Blu-rays done yet. Sometimes they're sitting in a warehouse, but at this point, something would have snuck out or some information would have gotten out. So I don't think
especially now with the issues in production and shipping and all that type of stuff now. Yeah, they would have had to get it rolling now.
Right. So that's what I feel like, so I don't think that they'll have it out. I think you'll see, listen, if Tenet's coming out in mid-December on DVD, Blu-ray, and it was in theaters starting in September. So if you go by that matrix, you're probably looking about April, end of April, beginning of May for Wonder Woman 84 to hit the home video market. And of course, you'll probably get 3 weeks earlier on like iTunes or Apple iTunes or Google Play or wherever you stream your movies from for video on demand. So that's where we're at right now. I mean, I know we have a message from Scott who is in Chicago. He says there's no theaters in Chicago, but HBO Max for sure. So there you go.
So we'll have to huddle around Scott's. He'll have to stream it from his cell phone for us or something like that. If we don't get it over here, what are we gonna do? But
that's huge news.
I think, and that's it. That's the only movie that's been announced. No, wasn't there something else announced for the 25th?
No. And this is like, don't forget, they moved like Free Guy. Well, that was it Warner or no, Disney? Disney moved Free Guy and something else that they had coming out.
Everything's moved.
Everything was moving. And then they were still releasing some smaller indie movies in theaters. But this method is the Bill and Ted method. Right? This is what Bill and Ted did. They did theater and video on demand same day, except they did video on demand. So you could rent it from iTunes or Google Play or whatever. These guys are going straight to HBO Max. And I imagine it will be hitting Crave in and around the same time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll see if some other studios, maybe Black Widow will also drop.
Funny you should mention that.
And they'll create like competing direct head to head. This is the first real test, I feel like, for this type of release. I think.
But is it really a test though if you're not getting money from video on demand? You're not getting those rentals. You're just either going to get it in theater coin or it's on HBO Max, which is if you pay for your subscription, it's already paid for. So are they really getting money? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is it really a test? I guess is the point. I don't know. But this is big news. I mean, you're right, John, in the sense that it's big news. It's the first major movie to make such a statement and to definitively say, hey, we're releasing this one way or the other. Mm-hmm. It's been confirmed by Patty Jenkins. It's been confirmed by the president of Warner. It's everywhere. It's out there. So this was not just the trade stuff. Now, you do bring up an interesting point with Black Widow and Marvel. And somebody, Brennan Davis from comicbook.com, who's a pretty decent scooper, he did say that don't expect to see Black Widow / Disney making the same move. They have a lot of time until May to figure out what theaters are doing. So they've kind of planted their flag for May 2021. So they're not in any rush. But this goes back to what we talked about numerous times. And just this past Monday, there are 52 weekends in a year. And if 2021, if you're going to discount the first quarter of that year, because things will probably still be in lockdown, right? Between January to April-ish, where, so now you're down to 38 weekends or so. Where do you fit Wonder Woman in? So this makes the most sense. I'm surprised by it that they're going to go free on the same day with HBO Max. I thought they would have.
This is kind of what you wanted, though. This is kind of what people were kind of hoping for, right? To hit stream and theater at the same time.
Oh yeah, no, listen, dude, I'm happy. Now here comes the question. I'm excited because it means that we're probably going to be seeing this movie from the comfort of my home. But I still want to see it in theaters. Like if the theaters out where I'm in in Durham region are still open. Like I wouldn't go Christmas Day because I'm generally occupied that day with other things, but I might go the couple days after for sure. I would go as long as they have the same strict protocols in place and everything else. I would probably go. I would risk the COVID for Wonder Woman,
but not really. So. They have extreme measures to protect.
Yeah. The theaters are where I go are safe. So people like Scott, they don't have that option. So this is great news for them, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what would you do?
I definitely probably wouldn't go to see it. Like you, 25th is a pretty busy day, especially if you want to spend it with family or whatever. But, we're getting to spend a lot of extra time lately with family. So it would be interesting to be able to pop out and see Wonder Woman in theaters with, booked seating, maybe less than 10 people in a theater, which would be crazy. Definitely, I am a see movies in the theater guy, so I really missed that. It's been almost a whole year. The only two movies I've seen is the Emancipation of One Harley Quinn and Bad Boys for Life. Like that's kind of crazy. I didn't really enjoy Bad Boys for Life, but you know what? It's kind of a shame that's it. That's our whole 2020, right? So it's gonna be interesting. We've got some other people in here. Let's hit these quick, and then I got to close up and go. I'm sure. Reasonably safe. So Scott says he would go if it was reasonably safe, but he says it's not happening there. Yeah. So him being able to stream it from home is an excellent option. He's going to be able to watch that movie and be a fan and enjoy that without having to take any risk whatsoever, not even having to cross your mind,
So it also gets down to economics, John. Do you think that Warners are okay? I mean, listen, we can go so long on this and we won't, but is it good? Do you build up goodwill by doing this? Because if you release it in theaters and there are areas like Scott's area in Chicago that they have no theaters are open, they will not be open on Christmas Day. And yet you may have a cousin in Boise, Idaho, that is Scott's cousin in Boise, Idaho is able to go in there and watch it in the theater. You might feel burned as a fan. So by doing this, you're building up goodwill, and that may not result in immediate profit.
You're in the theory creating equal playing ground instead of someone being in a certain area being able to see it, whereas you are not.
Right, so that people might then pay that forward later on when the next DC movie comes out, that they would make the effort. They would go to the theater to see it because they got the gift of seeing that movie for free. Could be. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Lewis just put a message up. He said, "I won't step in the theater until full distributed vaccine after peer reviews." Yeah, and you know what, man? Everybody has to listen. I'm going on my experience when I went and saw Tenet in September. It was really safe. There was 6 of us in total in the theater, and it was my wife and I, so 4 other individuals. It was super safe and secure, and I didn't have any problems. If that was still the same in December, I would probably go. But that's just, you have to do what's best for you. We'll exactly.
Hit up Scott's comment, and then we'll probably got to roll. But Scott says I might go in to see the theater once it's available to pay back. Basically, yeah, you've seen it at home, you've enjoyed it, you liked it, and then it's going to hit the big screen, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go have the experience, the big sound, big screen, popcorn, whole 9 yards. I think, and a lot of people do that. Sometimes they run movies back, right? They have movies playing in the theaters. You'll get it home on home release. It'll do really well, and then they'll bring it back to theaters.
Yeah.
And then maybe everyone goes to see it, or if it did open in limited release, maybe they go see it a second time. So
Yep.
so yeah, this is going to be a game changer. I guess this is going to be our we'll see.
Hey, the good news is we'll be able to talk about it maybe before the end of the year. The four of us will have seen it for the podcast.
It might be our New Year's thing.
There you go. Spending New Year's with the heroes world.
Our final episode of the 2020 season might be a Wonder Woman 84 review, and that's something kind of exciting, folks. Like I said, the guy who posted earlier, I totally understand him saying no one cares now because it's been moved so many times and nothing is opening, nothing's happening when it's supposed to happen. But I definitely feel like this looks like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited, John.
Yeah.
I'm so
really,
giddy.
really, this guy is like, let's go. All right, so we might cover this more depth, folks. Please follow us on the Facebook, Instagram. If you have a shot, check out our Superman episode that just dropped today on YouTube and our streaming services, podcast services. We do a review of the 1978 Superman movie. Pretty crazy. And then the Sidekick Show, you'll catch us live. So if you like live interaction, live every Monday. And then we are dropping our Mandalorian episodes on Sunday nights. So thank you for tuning in, folks. Thanks for dropping the scoop on us, Rob. Thanks for everyone for coming in and checking it out. And we will catch you later.
All right, guys. See ya. Wonder Woman!